That's the first thing that I like the most. Secondly, I think our guys came out and played really hard. There was a lot of hustle, a lot of good effort, a lot of good enthusiasm. I thought we played pretty clean for a first game. I think we only had two penalties and no turnovers. We didn't get any turnovers either, so they played pretty clean as well. I think they only had three penalties. So it was a pretty clean game. You never know what you're going to get in that first game sometimes, but the mental mistakes, we didn't make a lot, the pre-snap offsides or the, alignment mistakes because not enough guys on the line or something. So the pre and post snap penalties, we didn't have any. The two penalties we had were, during the whistle. I think we had interference on defense and a hold on offense. So, those are going to happen in a game, but not to have to, but to only have two. I thought that was pretty clean. Tackling was pretty good. We missed a couple. We missed a few. They got a touchdown. Their guy made a really nice catch and then broke a tackle. And then we had a bad angle on the same exact play. And he got to the end zone. And, Colgate played hard as well. And we kind of got what we thought we were going to get on film from their effort and short tackling and those type of things. They definitely tried to stop the run, is what it appeared, because they changed a couple things up from what we saw in film from the week before. Their safeties, number 22 and 23, played very close to the line of scrimmage. They were making some plays after 2 or 3 yard gains, and that was the first contact coming from one of the safeties. And that's probably what allowed us to have a couple of the bigger plays over the top without the safety help. That kind of puts a little more pressure on the corners, and we were able to get behind them one or two times. And the ball was delivered where it needed to be delivered. And one of them was a big gain down to the 4 or 5 that set up our first score. And the other one was our last touchdown of the day to Kopecky that, secured the victory for us. No team scored in the fourth quarter, so it was kind of a lot of nip and tuck back and forth, 24-17 at the end of three, and a lot of punts in the fourth. So we were able to secure it at the end and come away with the win. So really excited about that and some stuff we can definitely build off of.
Questions more from David Melandro. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Coach, couple questions for you. What impressed you most about the way how your offense responded after Colgate came back and tied the game at 17?
Yeah, they took it right down the field, and our guys did a great job. I think Pat did a really nice job managing the offense. I think we got some of the rushing yardage we needed, especially in the fourth quarter, to get the two first downs we needed to then run out the clock at the very end and not give them another possession. And I thought our line, we missed some things here and there. They did change up a little bit of some things and added that extra guy to the box that maybe we didn't see as much on their game film from the week before. But our guys did a great job. Like you said, we got that response, the play to Kopecky that gave us that 24th point, and we're able to hang on from there. So defense stepped up, made some really nice plays. They were converting some third downs in the first half. I think they were 4 for 5 on third down conversions. And then at the end of the game, we stopped them on a couple third downs and forced those punt situations. And like I said, I think we needed two first downs. They had a timeout or two left, plus the 2 minute stoppage. So, our guys did a good job picking up two first downs to be able to knee it out with about 1:40 on the clock.
How about the play about your first game starting quarterback, Pat McQuaid?
Yeah, Pat did a good job. He delivers a nice ball, gets the ball out quick, seems to make good decisions with the ball. Protection was really solid majority of the game. He only was forced to scramble and get out of harm's way a couple times. He has a nice deep ball. Yeah, he did a good job. He managed the offense. I think I think they said at the press conference afterwards, I think he has the best passing yardage in Villanova history for someone in their debut game. I think Connor Watkins had that at 298 yards passing, and Pat had 299. So he beat Connor by 1 yard. But yeah, Pat did a good job. He's a high energy guy. He gets enthused when he needs to, but he keeps his cool when he has to, and did a nice job calling the offense, managing the offense, and then delivering the ball where it needed to be majority of the time.
This week, you're going into a hostile environment up at Beaver Stadium against Penn State. What are you going to do this week to prepare for the crowd noise and for some of your younger players who have never been and experienced like what they're about to see on Saturday?
Yeah, we take the whole team when we go play these FBS games. So our younger guys that maybe didn't play a year ago or didn't travel to every game, they get the experience for when it is their turn to go into these type of environments. What do you do for crowd noise? I mean, we turn music up in the stadium. We when we played them in 2021, our facilities department came out with those big backpack leaf blowers and created some noise. But when we got to the game, our guys felt that they were okay. Maybe the crowd doesn't get as excited for us coming into their stadium as maybe they will when Oregon rolls in or something like that. But it is what it is. We want to make sure on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday we focus on us. Nameless, faceless opponent kind of thing. Regardless of who you're playing, you got to make sure you're playing your style and your game and execute your plan. And we'll put a plan together, go up there and take our shot. Everyone puts their pants on the same way, the field's the same size, and all those type of things. So it'll be exciting for our people. I know our alumni are super excited about it because people have been texting me and calling me and emailing me about how they're going to be up there. So we won't outnumber them, but we'll have a nice support group up there. So we're excited about it. We're excited about going up there and playing Penn State.
Next question for you, Mark, from Greg Peckel. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Coach, thanks so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you, Greg. I appreciate it.
Coach, what's the obviously on field you get to improve from week 1 to week 2, but from a financial perspective, what do these games mean to your program in terms of what you're able to do uh, from a player support perspective, anything that those kind of things that you're able to do because of a game like this?
Yeah, no, these are the games, and pretty much just about everybody in our league plays these games, and a lot of FCS teams play these FBS guaranteed games. It just helps you within the whole program. We travel well, we stay in nice places, we eat well. It allows us to have a nice training table here during the course of the week. It's the games that we play to help just the overall program and the overall budget in the department. So these games mean a lot, and if we're able to go out there and secure a victory over one of them, then that's obviously icing on the cake. But, these are games that just brings a little added revenue to the program, which allows us to do things. We charter flight when we fly as opposed to commercial, and these games help in those situations. And like I said, we stay at decent hotels and we do a good job with other stuff. Our guys get good gear and all that stuff helps support each other. So, we play these games, and I've talked to our administration. They've talked to me over the years. When you play an FBS team, I've mentioned before, Penn State, obviously number 2 in the country. You never know that's where they're going to be when these games are scheduled. This game was scheduled along with the 2021 game. It was just kind of a package deal. So who knew 4 years later they'd be number 2 in the country? But, I always say if we're going to play a money game or a guarantee game, then I'd prefer it to be a bus trip because as soon as you have to take a charter, it's going to eat up some of that money that you're trying to put back into the program. So, but these games are great. Our guys are excited about it. We have guys on our team that,
Hey, Jason,
we're probably
Jason?
hoping to get recruited by those types of schools. And the fact that we get to play against them, I know they get excited about that as well.
Mark, you got one more follow-up from David. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, one follow-up one for me. You guys are going to be playing Penn State this weekend. Have there been any talks about renewing the series with Temple since now Casey Killer's their head coach?
There are conversations about that, and I believe I'm not sure if the contract is finalized yet, but I think we're in conversation about playing them in 27. We have Louisville next year in 26, and I think Temple might be coming back on schedule in 27.
All right, Mark, thanks so much for the time here this morning. Good luck